Hey there, Heather. Hello there. It's Jeff Cardano welcoming you to another PC Replay Baseball tournament. We did the 1961 season in which we saw the San Francisco Giants and New York Yankees battle in a 7-game series and go down to the wire. If it wasn't for Yogi Berra's home run in the seventh against the Giants, I don't think the Yankees would have beaten the Giants. Now, of course, this is different because with 21 leagues, the top three teams move on to the 64-team tournament, so that's 63, and an additional fourth place team in a little bit of a playoff. So it's the top four teams and all that. So the Yankees won, San Fran took second, Detroit, based on their best of the better winning percentage of the second placers, take third, and Cincy because they went. Well, I had to pick a National League team to make it 2-2, and the Reds actually were the better team in regular season. And we're above 500 in these simulations. Cincy takes fourth. Now we go to the Deadball legends. We have 16 teams from before 1920, from 1904, the oldest team, the New York Yankees, and the 1919 team, the Chicago White Sox. So I have only one season from that thing, 1908 in real life, and only the 1908 Cleveland Indians can be in this dead ball thing. If they're in the top four, that affects the 1908 season, and that will be in December. We'll start 1908. Now, normally I would have done Game 7 of the World Series and put it up for Wednesday. Like I would have did it. Well, I kind of did. I kind of cheated and did it Wednesday morning before work. But I would have used 3 days of coverage and all that and taped Game 7 and do the World Series for Wednesday night. But because the three leagues did not have expanded playoffs and all that, I decided to just do 2 days each. And a reminder that there will be no PC Replay Baseball on Thursdays because of ball hockey. I'm in a real life ball hockey league, so basically I got to take care of that. So anyway, we're doing the dead ball era. Here are the 16 teams. The 1905 New York Yankees, who probably got lucky. They were supposed to be in the World Series against the 1904 New York Giants, but the Giants decided to be pricks and decide not to want to be around it. And the Yankees won on the final day of the season to win one of the best pennant races around. The 1908 Cleveland Indians, I don't know why they were in. Should have been like the 1908 Tigers, was it? Yeah, the 1908 Tigers, because they lost to the Cubs. But then again, like one team per franchise. So in 1909, the Detroit Tigers of 1909 with Ty Cobb, a young Ty Cobb at that. There at 1908, Cleveland losing on the final weekend in the season. For the pennant, 1911 Philadelphia A's, known as the $100,000 infield with Baker, home run Baker around. The 1912 Boston Red Sox, winning the World Series in the first year at Fenway. Fenway existed, winning Game 8. One game had to be delayed due to darkness, so that ended in a tie. Remember, World Series games were in daytime exclusively until 1971. So yeah, the 1912 Red Sox qualified, won it over the 1912 Giants, thanks to Fred Snodgrass's muff. Red Sox won that one. 1912 Washington Senators. I think Walter Johnson played for that team. Yeah. 1914 Indianapolis, part of the Federal League, the league that was trying to challenge the major leagues and failed after 2 years. And the 1919 Black Sox. National League, the 1906 Chicago Cubs, 116 and 36, the best winning percentage in baseball. Not really modern. I don't think we count as modern. But anyway, the team could have won a lot more if they played 162 games. But regardless, the 1906 Cubs were great, but lost to the hitless wonders of the Chicago White Sox. 1909 Pittsburgh Pirates, part of a great team, a 7-game series for Detroit, which was the stuff of legends. Honus Wagner versus Ty Cobb. 1912 Giants, who fell to the Red Sox. In fact, John McGraw, the manager of the Giants, did not blame Fred Snodgrass for his muff and even gave him a raise, saying that it could have happened to anybody. The 1914 Boston the Boston Braves, who were actually in last place at the All-Star break, well, at the midway point, I should say, because there was no All-Star game in 1914. But yeah, the Boston Braves went from worst to first within one seat one half season and then won the World Series. I think it was from Philly. I can't remember. 1915, Chicago, the Federal League Whales. Inventive nickname. 1915, Philadelphia Phillies, who went to the World Series, and then it was their last World Series appearance. Was it their last appearance till 1950? I think so. 1916, Brooklyn Dodgers, and the 1919 Cincinnati Reds, who won the World Series thanks to the Black Sox cheating. So we will play opening day as we always do, and we will be in Boston because I like the Boston Red Sox, and all Red Sox fans should be watching this. So we'll have the Red Sox against Cleveland, the 1918, 1912. Bob Rhodes is pitching. There is no DH in this league. So Rhodes will pitch opening day against Smokey Joe Wood. The 1908 Cleveland team. Josh Clark, Bill Bradley, Matt LaJoie, George Stovall, Bill Hickman, Terry Turner, Charlie Hickman, and Harry Bemis will play. Bob Rhodes will be your pitcher. The 1912 Red Sox. Harry Hooper, Steve Yerkes, Trish Speaker, Duffy Lewis, Larry Gerner, Jake Stahl, Heine Wagner, Hick Hattie, and Smokey Joe Wood. Here we go.
Replay radio is live from Boston.
Because we don't want
top first.
So we're at Old Fenway Park to see the great pictures of Fenway Park with all the advertisements and balls and strikes and all that. Remember, this is not, well, the Green Monster wasn't in effect till 1934. So we just do this. We don't want to do the substitutions. So right, first is Josh Clark, the left fielder, and Smokey Joe Wood. Here we go. First pitch. This is going to be a line drive single to Speaker, but does Trish Speaker make a booble? The answer is no. It's just a single. Nothing.
No outs, man on first.
Home runs, of course,
the defense is playing in at the corners.
Because, this was the Deadball era where balls were very deep and people did not really have home run power.
He's going to lay down a bunt.
Why not? What will happen? It will be a sacrifice and error. Smokey fumbles it, but he does get the guy at first, so no big deal. Got the play.
One out, man on second.
It's not Bourgeois, one of the best second basemen around. He takes away.
2 outs, man on second.
I don't think Josh Clark was Canadian. I keep thinking there was a Canadian on the. Anyway, here's George Stovall. And he will line out to Hooper.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Bottom of the first.
And Bob Rhodes will move on to Harry Hooper. Who will ground to Hinchman, and that's 1 out.
1 out, base is empty.
There's Steve Yerkes.
1 out, man on first.
For Speaker, legend player for both the Red Sox and Indians. It's possible wild pitch. Answer is no. No advance.
1 out, man on first.
Dude, there's Trish. Fly ball to Stovall.
2 outs, man on first.
And here's Duffy Lewis, left field. Duffy's Cliff. Chopper to short.
2 outs, men on first and second.
Yeah, I wonder why they didn't move the guys. First and second, here's Garner. Baseman. Hit that to Hickman. Possible error.
2 outs, bases loaded.
Now for Jake Stahl. And he will line out to Turner. Bad luck. 2 errors.
No runs, no hits, 2 errors, and 3 left on.
Well, if Boston loses
top of the second,
you'll know why. Here's Bill Hinchman, the shortstop. And to Gardner, who I have a possible error. Unfortunately, the row is high, so it's in here.
No outs, man on first. The defense is playing in at the corners. He's going to lay down a bunt.
He's going to bunt. Why not? What does Smokey do? Oh, it's a pop-up straight to Smokey Joe and
1 out, man on first.
Charlie Hickman. Lines out to Duffy on Duffy's cliff.
2 outs, man on first.
And now, Bet Ernest, the catcher.
No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left on. Bottom of the second.
Damaging. And now here's Heine Wagner. The big thing, that's Honus Wagner. No, that's Heine Wagner. No relation. Fair play. Is it an odd number? It is. It is going to be 1-6. A looping drive to right field. Turner does make the catch. A drop in. Oh my! It's an inside the park home run. Turner boggles it, and Heine Wagner gets an inside the park tater tot.
No outs, bases empty.
Well, you usually don't see inside the park home runs in out of the park baseball, so I can't really do the say goodbye to that one. He screwed up that one. Eric's it. Pick Caddy, the catcher. He whips. He screwed up that one.
1 out, bases empty.
Smokey Joe. 290 as a hitter, not half bad. Grounds it to Hinchman, and you'll get him out 2 outs. No big deal. Pitchers.
2 outs, bases empty.
Here's Hooper. He will foul out the Hinchman. No damage.
1 run,
Except for
1
the
hit,
inside the park
and none
home run,
left
I
on.
should say.
Top of the third.
Yeah, this is the era of the inside the park home runs. Bob Rhodes, the pitcher, must hit at 222. Takes a walk. That's good for a pitcher.
No outs, man on first.
There's Clark.
The defense is playing in at the corners.
There's a column. Possible wild pitch. It's Smokey Bobja. The answer is no. That was lower.
No outs, man on first.
And now
the defense is playing in at the corners.
Okay,
he's going to lay down a bunt.
Clark's going to lay down a bunt. Might as well. Gardner sees it and gets the guy at first. Rhodes goes to second, so it is a sacrifice hit.
1 out, man on second.
Rhodes is not really a good hitter, runner. Here's Bradley. Chopper to catcher. What's the caddy do? He bobbles it. That's what he does. First and third.
1 out, men on first and third.
Man, a lot of errors. So now here's the swap. Takes a walk. Will Stovall do something? Bases are loaded.
1 out, bases loaded.
There's Stovall. And he come back to the woods. Gotta throw home. It is a double play. Nicely done.
No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 2 left on. Bottom of the third.
On the third, let's go up. Flies out to Stovall.
1 out, bases empty.
Yeah, Wagner had a 2, and the dice was a 6. It was a 5, a little bit of triple, a 4, a double, and a 3, a single. It's tricks.
1 out, man on second.
There's Duffy. It's at the Hinchman, who gets him out. Speaker stays at second.
2 outs, man on second.
Well, obviously he would stay at second because Hinchman was hit at the shortstop. Screener. Comes out to Bradley.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Top of the fourth.
Nope, no background pitcher, but anyway, here's Hinchman. Takes a walk. The only guy with the hit is Clark, and I believe that was a leadoff.
No outs, man on first. The defense is playing in at the corners.
We're going to try a steal. But they decide no.
No outs, man on first. The defense is playing in at the corners.
I know that.
He's going to lay down a bunt.
Turner's going to bunt. Sacrifice. Smokey sees the ball and pops up to Smokey.
1 out, man on first.
Now here's
It's a hit and run.
Hit and run. Ground ball to second. And hits. Well, runner will move to second. So they get 1 out.
2 outs, man on second.
Now, Ernest. Head to Heine. Uh-oh, possible error. It is an error. Hinchman third, and to stay at third. This is one base error.
2 outs, men on first and third.
Well, they can be happy knowing that. Well, Burness is going to try to steal. Or is it Bemis? Sorry, they are in the end actually are good. Yeah, they are. I keep thinking it's RN.
2 outs, men on first and third.
Bemis. My apologies. Now let's see what Rhodes can do. A fly ball out. At least he doesn't do that.
No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 2 left on. Bottom of the fourth.
On the fourth first, Jake Stahl. And he pops up to Bradley.
1 out, bases empty.
Here. Flies out to Stovall. That's 2.
2 outs, bases empty.
And here's Caddy. Well, at least they're hitting the ball. But not getting
It's a 1-2-3 inning. Top of the fifth.
Lawson has 1-2-3 on the scoreboard. 1 run, 2 hits, 3 errors. That's funny. I know I shouldn't really say that, but it is. Who's Clark? Will we drive to Hooper? Will they make the catch? 1 out of 6 chances to hit. It's a 4. So it's an out.
1 out, bases empty.
Here comes Bradley.
2 outs, bases empty.
There's a pitcher came. Mr. LaJoie. Rare play. Is it a run number? The answer is no, it's not. So it's a dribbler to the pitcher. There's an infield single.
2 outs, men on first.
Only the second hit of the day. And here's Stovall. It's a single. They carry and make an error. Answer is yes, it is. Stovall moves to second, LaJoie the third. Fourth error for the Red Sox.
2 outs, men on second and third.
There's Hinchman. And he can error again. The answer is no, sir.
No runs, 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on. Bottom of the fifth.
On the fifth, it is an official game, obviously. So Joe Wood. He taps it to Hinchman, who gets him out. Westmore feet.
1 out, bases empty.
Here comes Hooper. Who takes the ball?
1 out, men on first.
Possible wild pitch. Nope. I'm safe.
1 out, men on first. It's a hit and run.
Hit and run. Works. Ground ball to first. Well, he has to tap on first and let Hooper go to second.
2 outs, men on second.
Well, there's 2 outs, so no problem with that. Here's Speaker. Speaker and Wagner are the ones with hits. Possible error by LaJoie. Is it? The answer is no. Not LaJoie, proving why he's a good second baseman.
No runs, no hits, and 1 left on.
The only hit, well,
Top of the
hit
sixth.
the inside the Parker in the second. On to the 6th. Here's Turner.
1 out, bases empty.
So he's a player manager. Yeah, so we're sending to the Tigers. Hit to Wagner from Hickman. That's 2 outs.
2 outs, bases empty.
Here's Loomis. Fly ball out.
They go down quietly, nothing doing this half inning. Bottom of the sixth.
On the 6th, Lewis, Gardner, and Stahl.
No outs, men on first. The defense is playing in at the corners.
Gardner.
He's going to lay down a bunt.
Well, might as well. They'll get the out to Gardner, but Lewis stayed close to second.
1 out, men on second.
Here's the play manager. And he takes a 1.
1 out, men on first and second.
Pitch in the dirt. No
1
hits.
out, men on first and second.
That was lucky. Hacker. Hit to Hinchman. They can only get the 1 out at second.
2 outs, men on first and third.
I do the catcher something. Into Stovall. Next for catch. Hit or miss. It's a hit. A 6.
2 outs, men on first and third.
Smokey Joe is the hitter, so Rhodes I don't think is too great. Drive to Clark. Hit or miss. 2 out of 3 chance. It's a single. It's a 3-0.
2 outs, men on first and third.
Rhodes is beside himself. They're going to the bullpen. There will be Cy Falkenberg will come in. And Falkenberg gets Stovall to fly out.
2 runs, 2 hits, and 2 left on. Top of the 7th.
3-0. Falkenberg did his job, but they need hits. So they're going to go with Altizer. Dave Altizer. And a single from the pinch hitter, so he's happy.
No outs, men on first.
Run first. They're going to try a steal. Altizer. It is a stolen base, so he's done pretty well coming through.
No outs, man on second.
Well, Clark, do something.
1 out, man on second.
That's 6 for Smoke. Bradley will line out straight to Yerkes.
2 outs, man on second.
Here's Lajoie. And he grounds to Wagner. That's 3 outs.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Bottom of the 7th.
So Ed Foster's going to come in. Possible E6.
No outs, man on first.
Figure. Hit or miss. Moving up to Turner.
1 out, man on first.
Here's Duffy. Find out to Lajoie.
2 outs, man on first.
Turner. And Bradley gets the first.
No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left on. Top of the 8th.
Top of the 8th, 3-0. Here's Stovall. Lined out.
1 out, base is empty.
Hinchman, and he lines out to Lewis.
2 outs, base is empty.
Turner, fair play. So line number, the answer is no. New dribbler to pitcher. And then a single.
2 outs, man on first.
Where's it?
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Bottom of the 8th.
On the 8th, Foster technical. Catch the rest of the 8th. Stall to Bradley. Out goal.
1 out, base is empty.
We're just right there. Before the sixth, he had
1 out, man on first.
Inside the park. Tater tot.
It's a hit and run.
Hit a run, but it's a double. will score. King, the second goal of the night. Unbelievable.
1 out, man on second.
You look at the Boston lineup card. The bottom three are the major hitters. All four are guys by the bottom three of the Boston lineup. Almost smoky. He flies out to Clark. Well, he can get a hit.
2 outs, man on second.
Now comes. Let's try for. Stay at second. Wait, Tyson.
2 outs, man on second.
We already did that. So runner on second. Foster is out. Chech will come in. Charlie Chech. And a fly ball out. Turner.
2 runs, 3 hits, and 1 left on. Top of the 9th.
Smokey Joe's giving it a good leash. Hit to Gardner. Yes. A long leash.
1 out, base is empty.
Finish it off. Chech, you might as well hit it. I mean, you're pretty much fucked.
2 outs, base is empty.
Here comes Clark.
Boston wins the game easily. Goodbye, everybody.
MVP is Smokey Joe Wood. Why not? Great job, Wagner, with the inside the Parker. Smokey Joe, 8 strikeouts, 3 walks. Rhodes, try as he might, he just had nothing going for him. And Boston wins this game. Or 5-0. All right, so we go to, let's just autoplay the month. Give you the full stats and all that. We go till October the 1st, because that'll be 7 days until the start of the season. Yeah, it's 7 days. I think there's a wild card. Wild card. Well, anyway. Yeah, the 06 Cubs lead by half a game over their own 9 Pirates and the 12 Giants. American League Boston leads by 3 over Washington, so our Red Sox fans should be really happy with that. Yeah, the only team that gets affected, if the 1908 Cleveland Indians actually get top 4 in this season, and then the next and then in the actual 1908 season, then it's the better. Then it's just basically the better you do. Like, yeah, like Cleveland takes 1 third place and 1 second place. It's the second place that they'll take, and the third place they'll have to give up to the next team. All right, so Boston leads Washington by 3 in the AL. The Cubs lead Cincy by 9 in the NL. Well, dude, these are this 1906 Cubs. We've been on freaking fire. Right, Smoke? Sorry, my black Russian blue cat is resting on the couch right beside me, so she's happy to take that spot and twitch your tail at me. All right. Oh, June's about to finish, and we will. June finishes. Boston leads the Philly A's now by 7.5. The White Sox with 8 back. The Cubs, 1906 Cubs lead by 10.5 for second place. So, yeah. And the Cleveland team is really below it. The Federal League Whales are in last. Indianapolis actually leads Cleveland somehow. Somehow. Anyway, that's AP. It's on the play. Yeah. I checked the schedule, and October 1st is 7 days before the season. And so we will have some fun. All right, so the 1912 Red Sox lead by 10, so they're pounding it. The 1906 Cubs lead by 15, so they're looking good. Cincy and Brooklyn are fighting it out. There's a giant fight for second place because that could be huge. Right now, it would be the 1911 Philadelphia A's that might have a chance to be third place, or it might be the 1919 Reds. It could be the Reds who might take that third place finish and get themselves kind of in the tournament. After August, Boston leads the A's by 14. The 1919 White Sox are third. The 1906 Cubs lead Cincy by 19. The 1912 Giants are fighting for second place in that thing with 19. So right now, it could be the 1911 Phillies A's in third place after Boston and the Cubs. Indianapolis is in fifth place, so they're ahead of three teams there. And the Federal League Whales are still last, but like you never know. So I guess there's not really a pennant chase, if you will. Step point. All right, headed to the final weeks. The Boston A. Well, we know it's the Red Sox and the 1906 Cubs who will get in. Right now, the 1911, excuse me, A's are firmly in second place in the AL. In the NL, it's a dogfight between the 1912 Giants, the 1916 Brooklyn Dodgers, and the 1919 Reds, and the 1909 Pirates for that second place finish. As of right now, I think it might. What are the standings right now by that mark? By winning percent. By winning percentage, the A's lead the Giants by a smidgen, by 6. Oh, they do a wild card? They're actually going to do a playoff or something? Okay. Yeah, they play 154 games, so going to the final weekend, the 1912 Giants lead by a game and a half over Pittsburgh and Cincy for second place. But I think they're going to be far back from the 1911 A's for third place. So that means, well, I don't know. Giants by 1.5. Giants still up by 1.5 on the final day. Giants are up by half. Pittsburgh has to play today, right? Pittsburgh doesn't. 14-152. Why do they? Yeah, what? Is that it? Oh no, October 10th they play. That's weird. That's weird. All right, I'll play the day. Final day of the season. On the final day of the season, the Giants lead by 1 over Pittsburgh. Well, Pittsburgh plays twice against the 1915 Phillies. Yeah, so, but I think the winning percentage is not going to be there. Actually, I think they have a better winning percentage than Philly. What's the winning percentage? 552 versus 565. So it doesn't matter because the Philadelphia A's actually have the better winning percentage. So yeah, so the 1911 Philadelphia A's, Michael Deadball, 1911 A's, PHA. So the 1911 A's do clinch third place on winning percentage. So it doesn't matter what happens here. Pittsburgh actually ties for second. So Pittsburgh wins the double header to tie for second. The Federal League sucked. Indy took fourth, which is unbelievable. They were only 2 games below 500. The 1909 Tigers were 20 games below. All right, so here we go. So we know it's the 1912 Red Sox. Yeah, the 1912 Red Sox and the 1906 Cubs play. The 1906 Cubs actually won more, so they get home field. So, question is, well, Philly, who's second? It could be Pittsburgh. 1909, I would argue it's the 1909 Pittsburgh should be taken. They did win the World Series. So, I think it will be. Well, the batting leader is, the batting leader is Honus Wagner. So, yeah, so as is. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I do it based off the batting average leader was Honus Wagner. Home runs was Gabby Cravett and Zach Wheat for RBIs. Brooklyn was above 500, and the Philly were not. But it's Honus freaking Wagner. So yeah, the 1909 Pirates were above 500, and he did win the batting title from Larry Doyle. So that means the 1909 Pirates will get that fourth place finish, and will probably maybe try to sneak their way in. But we know that the 1912 Red Sox and the 1906 Cubs will play in the World Series. Chicago will have home field. And based on winning percentage, the 1911 A's sneak in. If the 1909 Pirates had better winning percentage, they would have been third. And then it would have been, it would have been the Philly A's for fourth anyway, because Trace Baker led in batting average and home runs, but not in RBIs, which is unusual. But that's it. All right. So we just close that off, and then we have to do a playoff, a new postseason. Deadball World Series. It doesn't matter what I do. 19. Was it Deadball? All right. So the 1912 Red Sox are the 2. The 1906 Cubs are the 1. 2, 3, 2. And we can save it. DH for all teams. Come on. I want that. Great. So the Deadball World Series, you see there the schedule. Boston will face Chicago. Well, that will be the first game, and then we'll do game 1 from this, and we'll make sure we'll do 1 game from Fenway Park, whatever possible. So that's what we got, and tomorrow will be another day. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. Adieu.